A bounty hunter with no past, a genius accountant with a deadly mission, and a human trafficking empire buried beneath silence. It all started with one officer's death, leading to a chain of murders, lies, and brutal secrets. But when a girl with a shattered memory becomes the key to everything, the hunters become the hunted. This isn't just an investigation, it's a war for justice. And not everyone will survive.
The story begins inside a club where a man named King is seated, unaware that several people outside are watching him. A girl secretly approaches and meets him. The people watching them report this to their boss, who immediately instructs them, "That old officer is about to expose us. Kill them both." The girl who meets King is Anna, a bounty hunter who kills people for money. King shows her a picture and asks her to find a family, but Anna refuses. She says her job is to kill, not track people down. As they're talking, King notices through the mirror that the same people outside have entered the club. They're here to kill him. He quickly tells Anna to run and hides in the washroom. Alone, King takes down all the attackers who came for him. When he comes outside, he sees that Anna has already killed the rest and left the place. But the danger isn't over. One sniper is still hiding in a nearby car. He shoots King and kills him. The next morning, King's colleague, Medina, receives the news. She identifies his body and notices a message on his arm, "Find the accountant." Medina goes to King's home. On his wall, she finds several photos, realizing King was investigating a serious case linked to many murders. She decides to continue his mission. While searching, she finds the name Christian Wolf, the accountant, written behind a photo. We're now introduced to Christian. He lives in a van where he stores his bike, weapons, and everything else. Meanwhile, Anna is trying to find more about him. She calls an institute to ask, but the lady on the phone says no such person works here. Medina insists. That's impossible. All his contacts are linked here. Unknown to them, someone is secretly listening to their conversation, tracing the call. He learns that the caller is Medina speaking from King's house, and now knows both King's and Medina's identities and jobs. In the next scene, the same sniper who killed King visits a man who pretends to be a fish seller, but is actually their boss, Burke. To hide his true identity, Burke runs an illegal human trafficking ring. King was close to exposing him, which is why Burke had him killed. Now Burke tells Tom, "Find that girl who escaped that night and kill her too. She's dangerous. She once attacked my men. Many died, but I survived. She's coming for me. Kill her before she kills me." Burke also gives Tom another name, the man who met King that night. He orders his death too. Later, in a parking lot, Christian appears in front of Medina. He wants to know why she's looking for him. "What do you want from me?" he asks. Medina takes him to King's house and explains that King had a request written on his arm to find Christian. She shows him all the pictures on the wall, saying, "King was investigating this case, but I don't understand how it's all connected to you." After that, Medina falls asleep. When she wakes up the next morning, she finds Christian had spent the whole night digging into the case. He tells her that King was trying to track down a man named Pablo, who used to live with his family near the Mexico border. Pablo had separated from his wife, and Christian tracked her past jobs using financial records. To find Pablo, they first decide to locate his wife. They go to the factory where she last worked. When they ask the owner about her, he replies, "Women come and go every day. I don't know every name." Christian pulls out evidence saying, "I've got your factory's account records. You're showing inflated sales. That's money laundering." The factory owner gets furious and attacks Christian. A full fight breaks out. The owner's men try to beat Christian, but he defeats them all and corners the owner again. Scared, the man confesses, "I'm not the one you're looking for. Someone else is smuggling women." After that, Christian calls his brother and asks for help with the case. His brother agrees. As he leaves his house, we see dead bodies inside. He's clearly dangerous too. Christian meets his brother and explains everything. After hearing the details, the brother brings in 3 girls, gives them money, and starts asking about Mark. 2 of them get scared, but one agrees to talk, only for more money. Outside, Medina is talking to her partner. They're watching CCTV footage of King's murder, but still don't know who fired the shot. Then, Medina receives a report about Pablo. She finds out Pablo's father was also killed. In fact, it was Pablo's father who had hired King to find Pablo and his family. Another report tells her that in Pablo's village, a human trafficking ring was exposed. During the raid, all the smugglers were killed, including Pablo himself. Meanwhile, Anna leaves after calling Mark. As soon as Mark arrives, Christian brutally beats him and locks him in Medina's car trunk so police can interrogate him later. Now, Christian seeks help from a hacker to solve the rest of the case. The hacker pretends to run computer classes for special children, but in reality, she uses them to extract any information via hacking. Medina doubts her and says, "If King couldn't figure it out, I doubt your team can." Hearing this, the hacker takes it as a personal challenge. They now want to find Anna, the girl who met King. They believe she might have critical details about the case. The hacker pulls CCTV footage from that day, but Anna's face isn't visible. She had kept her head down, knowing cameras could catch her identity. Everyone is nervous except Anna. Then the hacker notices something. Another woman had taken a selfie on that street, and Anna was visible in the background. She hacks into her phone and computer and finally captures Anna's face from the photo. Further investigation shows a chilling pattern. Wherever Anna went, someone ended up dead. They still don't know her real name.
Despite trying hard, they can't find her true identity. Christian's brother looks closely at all the photos King had put up and tells Medina that the people who were murdered most likely were all killed by the same girl. He explains that the way they were killed was exactly the same. Medina, surprised, asks how he knows all of this. He replies honestly, "Because I'm a killer too." Hearing this shocks Medina. Unable to work with a criminal, she walks away. She then visits Mark in prison. He's there with his lawyer. Medina begins the investigation and demands answers. "Tell me clearly, who did you buy those girls from, or I'll make sure you rot in jail." She shows him a photo of Pablo's family. Mark recognizes the woman in the picture. "Yes," he says, "I bought her. That was Pablo's wife." When Medina asks where she is now, Mark says he doesn't know. "She ran away from me a long time ago, but I did hear once that she was hospitalized for a long time nearby." Before Medina can ask for the name of the person who sold the girls, Tom suddenly appears and shoots Mark dead. We then see Medina arrive at the hospital where Pablo's wife was admitted. A doctor tells her that someone had tried to assault the woman. While defending herself, she was brutally beaten. The blows injured her brain, causing memory loss. Her face was also severely damaged, and she had to undergo both brain surgery and facial reconstruction. The doctor adds that she had an unusually strong immune system and recovered quickly, better than expected. She even started performing better than before, almost like she was transformed. While reviewing the hospital data, Medina discovers the shocking truth. The patient, Tina, was actually Anna, the same woman King had met, the same woman who later became a bounty hunter. The first person she killed was a hospital guard just to escape. At the same time, Christian's hacker manages to hack into the hospital systems and accesses all the same information. Christian's brother then finds a lead on the dark web. He learns that someone has placed a contract to kill Medina, and Anna is the one hired to do it. Christian is informed and rushes to Medina's home to save her, but Anna had already reached there. She attacks Medina to kill her, but Medina isn't an ordinary woman. She was professionally trained in self-defense. She manages to save herself for the time being. Suddenly, Anna notices a picture on the wall. It's her own family. The sight of it floods her mind with lost memories. Her past rushes back.
how her entire village was captured, how all the women were taken and sold, and how their husbands were killed right in front of them. Just then, Christian arrives and realizes Anna has regained her memory. He gently tells her, "I can bring your son back to you. I know where he is." But Anna, holding back tears, replies, "I don't want him anymore. I've left that life behind." Saying this, she walks away. Christian takes Medina to the hospital for treatment. Meanwhile, we're shown Burke, the man behind the human trafficking. He now knows Medina survived Anna's attack. Realizing he's at risk, he orders all illegal evidence to be erased and commands his men to shift all the children to another location. Christian suspects Burke won't stop. He knows the lives of those captured kids are in danger, so he teams up with his brother to rescue them. Their hacker finds out that a bus loaded with children is heading toward the Mexico border. She's certain it's linked to Burke. Christian asks her, "Try to find out what he's planning to do with those kids." The hacker soon discovers something horrifying. Burke is digging a huge pit, planning to bury all the children alive. Christian rushes to the location with his car. As soon as they arrive, he shoots down a few guards and moves ahead, but Burke's men open heavy fire. Christian and his brother abandon the car and hide. From their hiding spot, they see Tom, Burke's sniper, forcing the kids into the bus. Before they can save the children, they must get past the guards. The guards even throw a bomb at them, but luckily, they survive. Christian tells his brother, "You go after the bus. I'll handle things here." Like a hero, he starts taking down the guards one by one. But then one of the guards wounds his brother. Instead of panicking, his brother laughs. He knows Christian is right behind him. Christian arrives, kills the guard, and saves his brother. Tom drives the bus to the burial site and forces the children toward the pit. But Christian and his brother arrive just in time and open fire on Burke's men. Tom, seeing things spiraling out of control, grabs Pablo's son and holds him at gunpoint. Christian, scared for the boy, enters the bus. He points his own gun at Tom. To calm his nerves, Christian starts reciting a poem. And then he fires a single perfect shot that hits Tom directly. With Tom dead and all enemies gone, Christian and his brother rescue the children and take them to safety. Elsewhere, the hacker contacts Anna and tells her the truth about Burke. He was the one who originally kidnapped and sold her and the village girls and had their husbands killed right in front of them. And now he's behind the child trafficking that Christian just stopped. And among those rescued children was her own son. When Anna hears this, she's filled with rage. She storms over to Burke's home to kill him. Seeing Anna, Burke tries to run, but she grabs her knife and chases him down. The scene cuts there. A few weeks later, Medina is shown sealing all Burke's illegal properties. She finds tons of evidence of human trafficking. With Christian and his brother's help, she's made huge progress in the case. Not just Burke, but many others involved in the network were arrested. Medina once again calls the agency she had contacted before, just to thank Christian. But the lady on the line tells her there are no employees here by that name. Medina smiles. She knows Christian's hacker is listening. That same hacker is now sheltering all the rescued children at her institute. In the final scene, Christian and his brother are on a road trip together, driving off into the distance. And that's where the story ends.